him. "I mean, this is a thing like outside material means. Supernatural, sort of. Did you cross up any witches lately, Pops?" "Oh, dear," Mr. Rapp said sadly. He shook his head. "No, I haven't, offended any witches. Not that I know of." He regarded the inverted picture for a moment. Then, as the repairman's words began to sink in, Mr. Rapp looked at him apprehensively. "Witches?" Mr. Rapp asked. "But, I mean, that's all superstition, isn't it? And anyway, well, television sets?" "They used to drive cows, but who keeps cows?" The bearded one said ominously. "Why not television sets? Like, I happen to be personally acquainted with several witches and like that. The village is full of them. However," he rose and stalked toward the set, his eyes glittering in a peculiar way. "You're a lucky one, Daddy-O. Back in my square days I did some reading up on the hook-ups between poetry and magic. Now I'm a poet. Therefore, and to wit, I am also a magician. On this hang-up I'm going to try magic. Electronics won't work, that's for sure." "But," Mr. Rapp was not quite sure why he disapproved, but he did. On the other hand, the repairman appeared to be very definitely sure of what he was doing as he peered into the back of the television set. "Have you ever tried, this method before?" "Never ran into any hexed TV sets before," the repairman said, straightening up. "Don't worry, though. I got the touch. Like with poetry. Same thing, in fact. All magic spells rhyme, you see. Well, I used to rhyme back before I really started swinging. Anybody can rhyme, and the rest is just instinct." He had been scribbling something in a notepad as he spoke. Now he bent down to take another look at the back of the set and nodded with an air of assurance. "The tube layout," the repairman told Mr. Rapp, exhibiting his notebook. "That, and Ohm's law, and a couple of Hindu bits I picked up listening to the UN on the radio, makes a first-class spell." Mr. Rapp backed away nervously. "Look, if it's all the same to you, don't flip." The repairman consulted his notebook and moved to stand in front of the screen. The picture showed a smiling newscaster pointing to a map which indicated something ominous. "Cool, man," the repairman said. "Here we go." He lifted his hands in an ecclesiastical gesture, and his voice became a deep boom. "6SN7, 6AC5, 6 and 7 millivolts are running down the line. E equals R times A. That's the way it goes. Go round the other way. Subhas Chandra Bose." Afterward, Mr. Rapp was never quite sure exactly what happened. He had an impression of a flash of light and an odd, indefinite sound, rather like the dropping of a cosmic garbage can lid. But possibly neither the light nor the sound actually happened. At any rate, there were no complaints from the neighbors later on. However, the lighted screen was certainly doing something. "Crazy," the repairman said, in awed tones. Mr. Rapp, his view partly blocked by the repairman, could not see exactly what was happening on the screen. However, he caught a brief glimpse of the newscaster's face. It was right side up, but no longer smiling. Instead, the pictured face wore a look of profound alarm, and the newsman was apparently leaning far forward, his face almost out of focus because of its nearness to the lens. Just for a moment, Mr. Rapp could have sworn he saw a chair floating up past the agonized expression on the screen. Then the screen went gray, and a panel of lettering appeared, shaking slightly. Our picture has been temporarily interrupted. Normal service will be restored as soon as possible. Please stand by. I was going to give you a bill, the repairman said. Or maybe we better just charge it up to customer relations. The letters remained steady on the screen, and Mr. Rapp studied them. They were right side up. You fixed it, Mr. Rapp said, a little uncertainly. I mean, it's working. I ought to pay. I goofed, the repairman said. He picked up his tools and moved toward the door. Like, I won't mention it to anybody if you won't. But I goofed all right. Didn't you see the picture? But whatever you did, it worked, Mr. Rapp said. The picture's right side up. I know, the repairman said. Only somewhere there's a studio that's upside down. I just goofed, Pops, that's all. He closed the door behind him, leaving Mr. Rapp still staring at the immobile right side up message on the glowing screen. End of Something Will Turn Up by David Mason.